But great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I don't take life for granted. I don't take you for granted. I'm happy and I'm grateful for you. Woo! Listen, every day is a great day. It's up to me and you to keep it that way. I want to remind you that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow great things because you are great. You are created in greatness, okay? You're created in greatness. So everything that you produce is great. All right. That was, I hope y'all could hear it. That was a song from Fundisha's new album. I don't know if y'all can see that. Streaming on all digital platforms. You got to go get it. 9/19. It's Fundisha's new album. That was What If, man. Powerful. She had a What If challenge, and I told her, I need you to put me in the studio so I could do it. And I was going to be a one-hit wonder and all of that. But hey, I got to learn how to stay in reality, okay? Singing is not my cup of tea, but I sound good to Jehovah God, all right? But again, it's Meal Prep Monday, okay? It's Meal Prep Monday. We do this every Monday morning from 10 to 10:30. Meal prep, mindset, education, accountability, lifestyle. All right. I believe that this is a vision that Jehovah God gave me. I feel like if we could deal with our mind and just really accept and embrace the fact that every battle that we have, it can only happen in the mind. Okay. It only happens in our conscious mind. But our creation, who we are, our spiritual DNA, it lives, it resides, and it flows from our subconscious. So we could get the battles in our mind under control, and we could educate ourselves. When I say educate, I mean just getting the information and the tools, or activating the tools that we already have within us to deal with whatever those battles that come to us. We keep accountability. That's why we do this call. If we keep accountability around us, if we are intentional about the access and in our area and all of that, I believe our lifestyle will show it. Okay, I just believe it. By faith, I know it is so. And so today I wanted to come on here and I wanted to shift your mind. Now, I know that we have talked before, we were dealing with the true self and our false self before I kind of just went into these topics or these random things that Jehovah God was laying on me. But I wanted to come and remind you today of who you are and whose you are. I wanted to remind you today that your purpose was activated on the cross over 2,000 years ago when blood was shed for me and you, and the blood still works, okay? I want to remind you that it's never what you go through, but it's how you choose to get through it. It's the processing that we go through. It's what we consider the valleys, the hard times, those moments where we have to pause and we have to look at ourselves. It's those times that produce who we are. It's those times that produce our tenacity. It's those times that produce our endurance. It's those times, okay? So we can't walk around like we're victims. You are not a victim. You are victorious, okay? You are victorious. You are created in Jehovah God's likeness and image. You are the one that is above and never beneath. See, sometimes we got to come back and we got to remind ourselves. And I need you to understand that if you are not walking in your glory, if you're not walking in your authority, if you're not walking in everything that you're created to be, then you're walking in what's called your false self. See, there's a true self and there's a false self. But what happens is this journey and these trials, these tribulations, the tainting that happens to us, the rejection, the words of negativity that are spoken on us, our past. Listen, our past, because we all have one. Those things begin to create a false self within us. We begin to believe the lies of the world. Okay, we understand that this is just a journey we're passing through. We say that, but do we believe that? Because we allow this journey to define who we are. And I'm just here to remind you that ain't who you are. What your mama and daddy said to you negative ain't who you are. What your neighbor and your babysitter said about you getting on their nerves because you run too much and talk too much is not who you are. Okay? Well, Nicole, you don't know what I've done. Listen, Lucy, you don't know what I've done. But guess what? I am not who I was 10 years ago. I am who I am today. I am processed. I am pruned. I am picked. I am crushed. I am built back up today. Whew. And you are too. See, this journey is created to bring out the best in you. But what happens is sometimes it gets too heavy. So we feel like it's too much. We feel like because everyone is saying it, it must be so. No, maybe you listening to the wrong people. Constructive criticism is one thing. For someone to just tear you down is another. Jesus, God chastised those he loves. But the difference is in chastisement, he'll tell you about yourself. Because anytime I look in the mirror, oh Lord, this little Microsoft rag wouldn't be enough to clean it up, okay? But one thing that I love about Jehovah God, when he allows you to see yourself and you're crying because you see that you're dirty. You see that you're like this filthy rag. You see that you've made bad decisions. You see that you may have went to the left when you should have went to the right. See, when you look in the mirror of him, he's the one who he wipes my tears away. And then he loves on me while I'm having to look at all this about myself. He's the one who loves on me. And then he dusts me off. And he makes sure that my stuff is together. And see, he knows what these dog tags mean to me. So he makes sure that even when they fall off, that I never lose them to a place where I can't get them back. See, he does all that for me. And then he makes sure I'm together and I'm well put. And then he allows me to go back in front of people. Okay? If you have people in your life that tear you down, but they never build you back up, they never protect you, they never are a covering for you, they never cry with you, then you need to check who's around you. Okay? So, Meal Prep Monday. Woo, it's 10:12 already. I just want to remind you of who you are and whose you are. Okay? And I've told you this before, but I'm going to tell you again, because here's the deal. As we're going through this journey, you know, I'm real big on personal growth and self-development. I'm very big on mentorship. I have mentors in my life. There are people that I follow. I'm adamant on the 3, the 12, and the 72 that Jesus sent out 2 by 2. But ultimately, in personal growth and self-development, you cannot negate the book. You cannot negate the Bible. That is like the umbrella, and then all these other things that fall under it. The David and Monetiers, the Bob Proctor, the whoever it is. For me, Pastor Joanne, Ciamata Nichols, mentorship. And it doesn't have to be named people. It's people that God has allowed to be in your life to mentor you. Okay. All of this is necessary and needed in the creation of you. But ultimately, you cannot forfeit the Bible, the book, because that is who you are. That is whose you are. That is your original DNA, okay? Period. So I want to remind you on this Real Meal Prep Monday that you are beautiful, that you are enough, that you are creative, that you are strong, that you are amazing, that you are capable, that you are never alone, that you are chosen, that you are always loved, that you are victorious. See, I can stand here and I can say these things to you in spite of what your natural flesh self has decided to do. I can say these things to you and to me because it's in the book. All right. Ecclesiastes 3:11-14 tells me that I'm beautiful. Romans 3:37-9 tells me that I'm victorious. Listen, 2 Corinthians 12:9 tells me that I'm enough. You are enough. Man, it's Meal Prep Monday. I just want to stir you up this morning. I want to stir me up this morning, okay? I can't trip and flip. I ain't even gonna dip on what somebody else thinks about me today, all right? I have purpose. Every one of us who's on this call woke up today because you are a blessing to someone and there is a blessing waiting for you, all right? Period. I don't care what you did. I don't even care who you rolled over and woke up to if you ain't supposed to be next to that person. Could care less. Every day is a great day. It's up to me to keep it that way. Every day I have an opportunity to tell the Holy Spirit, less of me and more of you. Have your way in my life today. I have every day because every day is predestined and it's preordained. Okay? Nothing happens by chance or surprise in your life to Jehovah God, just to me, you, and whoever is watching. All right? Good, bad, and indifferent. He already know. But the thing is, we got to get to a point where we know. And we got to get to a point where we're intentional to hear that voice. And then we got to get to a point where we're intentional to do the things that we were created and called to do, not what we want to do. Okay? There's a difference. So it's Meal Prep Monday. If somebody working your nerve today, it's all good. Don't trip. It was predestined in your day. And if it wasn't, be intentional to feel that inside of you to be like, hold up, Nicole. See, they talking crazy to you, but they talking crazy to you because this ain't even the conversation you're supposed to be listening to. That's when you do. Hold that thought. I'm going to call you back. Okay? You got to protect yourself. You got to know who you are and you have to know whose you are. All right? Always. You have to know who you are. You have to know whose you are because we're in a season of learning to be who we are unapologetically. We do it through a posture of submission and humility. We never do it in arrogance or pride. I am who I am. Period. You can't be me just like I can't be you. So I don't have to look at you and hate. I can look at you and appreciate. I can look at you and esteem. I can look at you and learn. All right? I'm a learn and grow by everyone and everything that's around me. Period. I'm going to learn and grow. If it's good or if it's bad, I'm going to learn and grow. Whatever I'm supposed to get out of every day, I'm going to learn and grow. Okay? So it's Meal Prep Monday. It's Meal Prep Monday. It's Meal Prep Monday. All right? I'm just here to remind you that you are healthy, that you are wealthy, that you are prosperous, because health, wealth, and prosperity has nothing to do with what someone else thinks. No one can block or stop your blessing but you. Nobody. Okay? You have all power and authority. What happens is we got an issue with self-control. That's the problem. All right? So I want to remind you, why do I hear anything? I shouldn't hear anything. Thank you. I'm live. I appreciate you and I love you. So here's the thing. In this all, just remember, when things start getting heavy, when things start feeling like they're out of order, the only thing that you need to be doing is trying to be intentional to be on the heartbeat of God. That's your job, right? You got to get to a point where you believe that your days are predestined and preordained. See, faith and belief are two different things. We can say things by faith, but we got to push it to a place of belief. We got to believe the things that we're saying. Because once you believe something and it gets into your subconscious, you will do it. Hell and high waters couldn't stop you. All right? So we got to get to that. We got to love ourselves enough. Ooh. See, when we can put all that energy into loving us, not in an arrogant and proudful way, but in a submitted, humble way. When we can get to the point where we understand that we were created out of love, we are loved, and because that is our creation, we are to give love. We can't give love in arrogance and pride, because if you're that way, you love yourself. Okay? That's not who you're created to be. But if we could believe that, how many things would be different in our life? How many relationships would be different in our life? All right? We got to get to that point. So it's Meal Prep Monday. Why am I doing all this? Because that's what the Lord told me to do. I'm just here to remind you. Listen, I got to remind me. All right? I had to remind me. My Aunt Glo's birthday was the 23rd. I don't even know what day that was. My grandmother's birthday was the 24th. My uncle's mother-in-law, my Aunt Roz, lost her mother on my grandmother's birthday. Like, listen, I'm still, look, y'all, we're not even going to talk about that Norman E. Johnson, all right? Like, it'd be a lot going on. And then this journey. So I have to get to a place where I remind myself that I am beautiful and I am victorious. I'm not a victim. It is none of us that are a victim. I come against that victim spirit right now in the name of Jesus. We are all victorious. And by faith, we believe that. We got to believe it. You got to believe it so that you can walk in your victory. You got to believe it so that when people start doing things to try to throw you off your game and taint you, that you're not moved. Okay? I got to remind me today that I am enough. I got to remind me today that I am creative, that this whole vision of the meal plan, it was given to me with purpose to bless people. I got to believe that. Listen, I got to believe that I'm strong. Because back to back, things happening in my family or the reminder of things that have happened, whew, Lord, I can see myself in fetal position. But I gotta be strong because I'm still here. All right? I'm not walking dead. Although sometimes we can get so paralyzed with the things that happen, we're literally walking dead. No, we are alive. Breath is in our body. We have purpose. We have blessings. We are blessed to be a blessing. Man, you're amazing. Psalms tells me that. You're capable. Whatever vision that has been given to you, you're capable of fulfilling it. Don't let nobody else make you feel no different. You're never alone and you're always loved. Listen, if you don't do nothing else, you meditate on Romans 8:31. Know that you're always loved. Even if the loved ones around you don't make you feel that way, I'm here to remind you you're always loved because God is love. And love covers a multitude of sins. Love keeps no record of your wrongdoing. Love knows how to love the hell out of you. All right? So, I am Nicole D. Jones. And again, I'm just here to remind you of who you are and whose you are. I'm here to remind you that you are created to be the best version of you unapologetically, because you will do it in a posture of submission and humility. You never do it out of arrogance and pride. You never do it manipulatively or with the wrong motive, because it's not who you are, okay? You don't have to walk through this journey perfect. You're striving for perfection. Once you reach the peak of perfection, then you should be going on to your eternity, to your destiny. All right? This is just a journey. So I'm just here to remind you of that. I want you to stay focused. I want you to stay humble. I want you to stay positive. Continue to be the best version of you unapologetically, because no one can do it like you. And you're needed, you're necessary, you're relevant. All right? So, Nicole D. Jones, have a fantabulous rest of the day. Smooches.